Hello people of the internet and welcome to Minecraft Dungeons. It has been a while since we played this game before on the channel, but I felt like going back to it and revisiting the entire game, I guess. Now we're probably not doing Squid Coast, who cares about that, but we will be starting out here, and as you can see, this is my absolute max, almost max, basically a save file, featuring my character at power level 249, which is cool. I've spent a lot of time on this game. Let's just jump into it. Okay, I am back. I do wanna get back to it during the summer, as I have graduated now, almost, not, so I hope I will have more time to work on, well, you know, videos, anything that I feel like. Man, I don't know, maybe if I get items of level of the highest power level possible, then maybe I'll start actually getting these sort of banners. But they never feel worth it to me. Never feels like it's worth it getting them. I'm so pathetic as a YouTuber, can't even make my audience laugh. Can't even come up with anything to make my audience laugh, to tempt it. You know, I always find that it's very difficult for me to come up with stuff to say or jokes to make when I'm all alone, like I am on most YouTube videos. Of course, some I have to do with friends and such, but it's way harder to come up with stuff on your own. It's easier when you're with someone, then you can bounce ideas off of them. They can say something, you can say something back. Very nice process. I want to try to get better at it, of course, seeing as I am trying to make YouTube videos and stuff. Ooh, and the roper. Not very terrifying at all. This Minecraft Dungeons Let's Play, or whatever it is that I'm doing right now, is honestly more of an excuse for me to talk, simply, you know, about whatever I feel like talking. I've had thoughts of making review style videos. And like, if I do get something that I'm very passionate about and do have much to say, and then maybe I'll make a full, actual focused review video on it. But I thought that maybe this would probably work a bit nicer. Then I can cover a few different things that I want to talk about. Not be lost to one specific topic. Why do the sheep drop pork? That's really weird. That was just a thing I thought about. No. Why don't they drop mutton, huh? Such a weird detail. I think they keep it up, but like, keep it accurate to the game, you know?
These villages are free from the clasp of the illagers. All thanks to you.
Oh, fox armor. Hello. I can't take That's weird, okay. Must be some sort of new bug in the game then. Because I swear you could walk over those before. And this game is so like it's sad, I'd say. It's got a lot of potential, but it was just left in the dust because they couldn't do anything with it. I don't really know what the main reason for why they didn't continue working on this game was. I mean, obviously, like, it wasn't that insanely popular, but like, they expected to be the next Minecraft, because they certainly didn't, like, do anything with it to make it like that. Certainly didn't handle it like it was gonna be the next big Minecraft, if that was what they were hoping for. And if they wanted more people to play it, then they should have, like, you know, actually kept updating it in some way, I guess, or change it in a way, you know, to answer criticism or whatever. It's always stupid of video game companies to, like, put something out there that's not very, you know, popular, I guess, or not very well handled, not very well developed, I'd say, the correct way of saying that, and expect people to be like, oh my god, this is so good, this is so good. I think that Minecraft Dungeons is a good game. It's just not very well polished. A lot of bugs still, there are a lot of things they could improve on to make the experience better. Maybe make more people want to play it. I do wonder what was the main... I mean, obviously it's not that insanely popular of a game as like a concept. I mean, Diablo is pretty famous and well known, but I'm not sure if it's like just for the name or what. I haven't never played Diablo. I just know that Minecraft Dungeons is a lot like Diablo. Also heard people say that Minecraft Dungeons is very simplistic compared to Diablo. Diablo has a way deeper sort of mechanics with, you know, how items work and everything like that. I'm not sure about how it works exactly. As I said, I've never played it. I just know that my buddy has played Minecraft Dungeons over at my house here, and he told me that he had played Diablo before as well, and that he found this game more fun because it was simpler. There was a lot of there is a lot you have to think about when playing Diablo and choosing what you can and can't use as items. Here you can just build, use whatever you want, basically. Yeah, I mean, if I were to write an actual review, I think that it would bring a lot more to the table than what I can say off the top like this. But it would require me to sit and think about exactly what I think of a game. I did write a review of Minecraft Dungeons for a school thing that we needed to do. God, let me out already. I feel like I don't have a thing in life that I'm like, oh my god, this is what I love to do. This brings me joy. This brings me happiness at all times. Whenever I do this, I can be in the zone, and because I do definitely have things where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in the zone, you know. I'm doing this and I'm into it, you know. Like when I draw something, but I always like get a bit of a. I can't draw forever, you know. There's some days I'm just not in the mood for drawing, but maybe that's normal. Because like it feels like when other people talk about loving to do a thing, it always seems as if they can do it whenever they want, whenever they don't need to be in the mood for it because that's what they love doing this. So they don't need to be in the mood because they're always in the mood, because it's the one thing where it's like the thing that truly makes them happy, you know, doing. I really enjoy playing games, you know, if it wasn't obvious enough already. But, you know, like, I wouldn't say I'm particularly like, oh, I'm so happy right now, you know. But that obviously does depend on the game as well. Like, I wouldn't ever say that Minecraft Dungeons is like a game that I play and I'm ecstatic about playing. It doesn't bring me great amount of joy. I like playing, I simply like playing the game. Maybe it doesn't have to be any bit more difficult or specific than that. Yeah, maybe I'm just overthinking it and feel like, oh, now that I really think about it, there is that other girl in school. I go to do like an art program. She also always says she never has. She has no idea what she wants to do after we're done here. What kind of education she wants to get, or if she even wants to get higher education, or if she just wants to work a simple place like a cashier or something and do no more than that, you know. So and the thing is, she is in art, so like she must have had at least some interest in doing it, I'm guessing. Because if you pick it, then you must like want to do it at least somewhat. You wouldn't pick art if you don't want to, if you don't like doing it, you know. Or you don't have any interest in it rather, because, well, I mean, yeah, it's the same thing basically, wanting to do something and having interest in doing it. Because my buddy Eddie, I'm pretty sure has been in some videos. He was first in economics, and he went here to art. Because he got bored of economics, didn't find any fun in it, and wanted to do something more creative. That was because he liked doing it and he found that he had a passion for doing such things, you know. Like, that's the thing, I like drawing, but I've never, because what I'm doing is I've applied to a game art school, I'd say, more accurate, game art program. I haven't gotten in based on my work test, I think it's called. I'm hoping I could get in on my grades, because I would really love to, you know, do it, work on something like that. or at least learn to do it. But you can always do stuff like that, you know, on your own. You don't need specifically to go to an education. You can always learn yourself, like many of the parts of art that I have done. Or you could just, like, the fact that I'm not getting in it's not the end of the world that I didn't get in. It sucks because it probably means that I'm gonna have to get a job for the time being, like as in an actual job. So I did obviously send in to other places to apply to other places as well. And the thing that really makes me more hopeful that I can get in the future, because like if I don't get in now, then I can always work on something, improve, and then get in, and then send in applications next year. The thing I always have problems with is that I'm very, very good at procrastinating. And that I'm always just like very lazy. Oftentimes I take the easiest thing to do. Like for instance, I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, I wanna do like I kinda wanna do a video, but it's a lot of work. First you have to record, then you have to edit. It's a lot of work. It's easier if you just sit there and play something, just for the shits and giggles of it. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with just playing a game just because you want to play a game. But it always feels like I'm not doing enough. And part of it is that I really am not doing enough. Obviously, I'm speaking from my own perspective, so maybe it's once again myself speaking that now you're not doing enough. But I do think, really, like, realistically think that I'm not really doing that much. I could be doing way more to improve my skill in anything, you know, in games, in art, in drawing, you know, or animation. I feel like one of the reasons that I didn't get in, or well, like the thing is, they specifically said in the message that they sent out that they have sent out, and, well, see, like, it's not that I'm not like completely out of the picture for getting into the program. It's just that I'm definitely am out of the picture when it comes to who they chose based on work alone, like as in their portfolio, stuff they've done already. They said in their message there's a site for applications, and in the message they wrote that they had a very large amount of very talented people this year, meaning that it was very difficult for them to choose who to actually, you know, get into the program based solely on, because they base who can get in both on, you know, the skills that they show in their portfolio, but also on but also separately on their merit, you know, what they got in as grades. I got pretty good grades. All things considered, I got very good grades. So I think I'm pretty high. I've definitely not gotten like max grades. I've never done that. I've never focused on it in school because I've never found it to be a very good indication of of your actual knowledge in fields. But it is a good indication how dedicated you are to actually completing new tasks. But there is a massive difference between what you're need to do in school and what you will have to do when you get out there and start working. Because usually a human will go and work at a place that they actually want to work at, you know. Because you wouldn't work on... Well, I mean, some people obviously do that because they don't have a choice, but I mean as in most people actually choose to work at a place that they have some interest in working. Or pick a career that they actually want to pursue. So, many school tasks you do aren't necessarily things you want to do, it's things you have to do if you want to get a good grade. That isn't necessarily always a good indication on what good work ethic that person actually has. It all depends on what you're working on. If you don't enjoy working on something, then it's obvious that you're not gonna do it as well. I mean, you can obviously push through that and force yourself to work at 110%. No, let's say 112. But that is still not the same thing as working on something that you're genuinely passionate about. Now, as I said, I'm not sure what I'm actually genuinely passionate about. Because I've always had problems with procrastination in anything I do. I always love procrastinating because I don't know why. Maybe it would be a good idea for me to talk to a psychologist, or simply go take psychology to understand myself better. But it is a thing that I know about myself, that I'm always reluctant to do work. What was I talking about? Well, yeah, about dedication. Or, well, I don't know, work ethic. What is it really? What am I really speaking about here? I'm speaking about the human, because it's very normal for a human to be procrastination. I don't know what I'm saying. As far as I understand, it's very, like, it makes sense to do the easiest way, to like pursue this easiest way of doing something, or doing anything. Because what are we if not creatures of comfort? For you see, a human, why else has humanity stooped to, you know, electricity, electronics, gadgets, you know? It's to make life easier. So I think that's a pretty good argument for why humans are naturally procrastinatory. But obviously no change can come if you don't work for it. To make life easier in the way that humanity has, we did need to work for it. You needed to develop that technology, you needed to work on it, you needed to, you know, experiment and all that. So humanity is a mix of it, and I am a mix of it too, obviously. I'm part human myself. If you couldn't believe that, if you believe that, I mean. And all of us do have our flaws that we all can agree on, something we want to change about ourselves. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just talking. I'm just spouting the words that come to mind. Obviously, I'm not like meaning that, oh, this is my original ideas. This is mostly a conglomeration of stuff I've heard on the internet and stuff I've talked about with my friends. Well, anyways, after all that, I think it is fair for us to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this, I guess, deep dive into my psyche. I hope you understand something. Well, thank you for watching this episode of well, I'm probably gonna call this like chatting with Kikotrat or something. KikoTalk. KikoTalk, I think sounds best. And yeah, thank you for watching this episode of KikoTalk. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will come back later, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.